Why do you guys bring these to court? Why do you bring these to court? Right, that's what I was just thinking. It doesn't have to be in court if it's not. Okay, just curious. All right, just curious. Everybody ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please tell me your name.
Jalen Evans,
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 CF 8197, charging you with aggravated stalking after injunction, assault, domestic violence, and unlawful discharge of a firearm. I found probable cause in this case. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Does either of you wish to testify today?
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your names for the record.
My name is Ayana Hurd.
What's your name?
Ayana Hurd.
I couldn't hear you. One more time?
Ayana Hurd.
All right, I'm going to let the prosecutor ask you some questions.
Good morning, Ms. Hurd. How do you know the defendant?
How do I know the offender? He's my child's father.
Okay. And has something like this happened before?
No, ma'am.
Are you afraid of him?
No, ma'am.
While this is pending, would you like to have contact with him?
Yes, ma'am.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Defense?
no questions, Your Honor.
All right. Ma'am, did you wish to testify too?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay. All right, thank you. Does the state wish to be heard on bond?
No, Your Honor.
All right, at this time, your bond is $15,000 on count one, $100 on count two, and $150 on count three. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. The injunction is still in place. And I read that the injunction says that you can't be within 500 feet of the victim's residence. You understand that that is still an active injunction and you have to comply with all the requirements in the injunction?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
I'm also ordering that you're not allowed to have any unsupervised contact with any minor child under the age of 18. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck, sir. Thank you for coming. Yes, ma'am, do you have a question?
Yes, so that means he can't have contact with his child?
No, I didn't say he can't have contact with the child. He can't have contact with her, and he can't have any unsupervised contact with any minor child.
Okay,
So it has to be supervised.
okay.
And that was 15,100 and 150.
Yes.
Your Honor, can we pass by Cotello?
Yes.
Mr. Wood, his behavior.
21 MM 161. I'm going to appoint your office, Mr. Brands.
Thank you, Your Honor. We'll waive the appearance.
All right, there is probable cause. His bond will be $500 on count one, $100 on count two, no victim contact, no weapons, firearms, or ammunition, no alcohol. Maintain separate residence, one-time return with law enforcement to gather belongings. And at this time, I'm revoking his bond in 21 CF 3498.
Your Honor, can we pass by Ziegler
Yes.
also?
Please tell me your name.
Thomas Riggs.
A warrant was issued for your arrest for violating your probation in 19 CF 9809 for changing your residence without first procuring the consent of your probation officer by committing the new law violation of trespass in a structure or conveyance on July 6th in Polk County. There's no bond authorized on that warrant, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Aniel Arteche Gonzalez.
All right, that's not who I have.
Hmm?
April Ah.
Oz Medical, Your Honor.
All right, hold on a minute, sir. 21 MM 3761, Mr. Brantz, I'm appointing your office. This is an FTA, it was reset.
What's the reason?
It says within 24 hours of being released, but, from the hospital, but it looks like she's not,
She's still medical today.
yeah.
I think it's 24 hours within release from the hospital, so I don't know.
Well, that's what it says, but she came back today, so I don't know why. There's a bond on the capias. Do you want to waive her appearance?
Let's waive the appearance, Your Honor, yes.
All right.
Thank you.
The bond is $2,000. Tell me your name one more time.
Aniel Arteche Gonzalez.
21 CF 8601, you're here charged with tampering with a witness to hinder communication to law enforcement, criminal mischief, and battery domestic violence. There is probable cause in this case. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. I see that he qualifies for pretrial release. Any objection from the state?
No, Your Honor.
We would request PTR, Your Honor.
I'm going to place you on pretrial release with special conditions. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am. I read
You,
the paper.
you can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. I'll order you maintain a separate residence, and I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. I'll also order that you must comply with any plans set in place by DCF. Good luck.
All right.
Please tell me your name.
Michael Charlton.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 CF 8105, charging you with false imprisonment, hindering communication to law enforcement, and battery domestic violence. Another judge has already found probable cause in this case. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $5,000 on count 1, $150 on count 2, and $100 on count 3. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means? You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Were you two living together?
Yes.
You cannot now. I'm ordering you to maintain a separate residence. I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. You're not allowed to have any unsupervised contact with any minor child under the age of 18. Good luck.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Lillian Calarasi.
21 CT 733, you're here charged with reckless driving. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $500 in that case. In 21 CF 8602, you're here charged with resisting without violence and child neglect. Again, I'll appoint an attorney to represent you in this case.
Yes, ma'am.
There is probable cause. Sir, do you wish to testify?
Yes.
Raise your right hand to be sworn.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Jeremy Bustamante.
I'm going to let the prosecutor ask you some questions.
Good morning, Mr. Bustamante. How do you know the defendant?
She's my girlfriend.
And the children that were present in the car, are they all your children?
Yes.
All 5 of the children were yours?
Yeah, mine and hers. One is hers and the rest are mine. And we have 2 together.
Okay. Has something like this happened before?
Never.
Were you alarmed at her driving pattern?
No.
Are you afraid of her?
No, not at all.
Would you like to have contact with her while
Yeah.
this case is pending?
Yes. We have an infant. It's 2 weeks old. And she breastfeeds. So she's very important to our household. If you could please give her a bond.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Defense?
No questions, Your Honor. Your Honor, I believe you can order to comply with any orders from DCF so that mother can stay in contact with baby. Unless DCF orders otherwise.
Yeah, it's really complicated. Because the children were in the car.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
You can say anything you want, but everything you say is being recorded and can be used against you later. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there something you want to say, or do you want to talk to your attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir, you can say anything you'd like.
Okay, we got a total of 6 kids combined. She's a stay-at-home mother. So she's like a big part of our family. And also we have an infant. We really need her at home. She's very big for us. She loves kids. She's the best mother I know. This is a misunderstanding that we're gonna straighten out. If you can just, because I work, it's really hard for me to pay for 5 kids in daycare. She stays at home with the kids all day. They love her greatly. And I'm sure she's learned a big lesson about this. But can you please, we have an infant. She doesn't even take formula. She's like constipated now or something.
What concerns me is, according to the probable cause affidavit, your vehicle was clocked going 80 miles an hour in a 35 mile per hour zone around a curve with 5 children in the vehicle, including a newborn. So under normal circumstances, I would not allow her to have contact with any of the children. The charge is neglect of a child. And actually, the state could charge 5 counts of that. So I understand what you're telling me. I'm just concerned that whatever is going on,
Well, ma'am, if you could.
hold on, let me finish.
Go ahead.
It may not be a good idea for her to be home alone all day with 5 children. Go ahead.
It's more of a misunderstanding that we can straighten out in court because, I don't believe she was going 80.
And the probable cause affidavit says that I pace clocked the vehicle at 80 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. So that's the evidence that I have to look at today. Pace clock isn't about what you believe, it's about what the law enforcement officer saw on an instrument that's,
Well,
they have to
first,
test and all that. So stop. Listen, I don't want to argue about what happened. I'm just telling you that's what I have to evaluate. Is it possible, how long does it take to have them screened for mental health pretrial release?
It usually takes like a couple of days,
How many is that, 3?
depending on if the staff is at work, maybe like 1 or 2 days.
Can I place her on pretrial release and have her released and screened for mental health pretrial release while released?
Neglect of a child don't qualify for pretrial release. It's a crime against a child.
Your Honor, has the Department of Children and Families been notified? Does the state have any info on that?
I don't know. They should have been.
In most cases, I think any arrest affidavits that involve children usually have at the end that DCF has been notified, but I don't know if I read that.
I didn't see it, so I don't know if they did or not.
The second to last sentence says DCF will be
Oh.
contacted in regards to the incidents that occurred. I
Yeah,
don't know if they have been yet or not.
And I know when DCF is notified, they do a visit, an at-home visit. So if she is released on bond and at home, then DCF can do a full investigation and then decide contact, and you can just include in your order to follow any DCF orders that the department orders.
and that's if nothing happens between the time she's released and the time that DCF investigates. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if there's substance abuse, I don't know if it's postpartum depression, but according to a police report, you have a mother with 5 children in the car, including a newborn infant, going 80 miles an hour in a 35 per hour zone.
May I approach, Your Honor?
What can happen between now and when DCF investigates? Yes.
Can I have a moment with my client?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, here's what we're going to do. Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
your bond is $500 on the reckless driving charge, $100 on resisting without violence, and $5,000 on neglect of a child. I'm going to order that you can't have any unsupervised contact with any minor child under the age of 18 pending a DCF investigation, and then that you must comply with any orders set in place by DCF. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You can't possess or consume alcoholic beverages or any controlled substance without a valid prescription.
Yes, ma'am.
Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Good luck.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Good luck.
You didn't order
No.
comply with the DCF.
No unsupervised contact is what I ordered.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please tell me your name.
Ocean Mitchell.
Okay, I don't have her.
Ms. Mitchell? She said?
She's a co-defendant, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Her sister.
She's, well, just leave them both in here. They're co-defendants. She's Ocean and the other one is Japria.
She's a misdemeanor.
So her case is 21 MM 5047 and 5048. You're here charged with battery, domestic violence, and criminal mischief. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. There is probable cause in both cases. Please tell me your name.
Victoria Mitchell.
21 CF 8585. You're here charged with aggravated battery on a pregnant person. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. I'm going to ask Ocean first. Do you wish to testify as the victim in your sister's case?
I'm here, yes, I do.
Please raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, I'm going to let the prosecutor ask you some questions.
Hello, ma'am. Has something like this happened before?
Yes, we have previous histories of arguing and fighting. I always be the one going to jail because of the arguing and fighting.
Do you live together at this time?
Yes, I just got back over there to the house.
Are you afraid of her?
My sister, to be honest, ma'am, it wasn't really no threat, but that's a chair that you thrown at me. That was a whole chair.
I'm sorry, was that a yes or a no?
It's a no for, it's a no. I'm not in fear for her. I'm not, no.
Okay. Do you believe that drugs or alcohol were involved in this incident?
Yeah.
And while this case is pending, would you like to have contact with her?
Yeah, I don't really, like, I don't have no issue or nothing. It's just that the drugs in effect, that's basically what it is. That's basically all it is in the house. It's just the drugs. It's just taking over a person's body and the person can't control it.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Defense.
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Japria Mitchell, do you wish to testify as the victim in your sister's case?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you.
Good morning, Ms. Mitchell.
Good morning.
Are you afraid of your sister?
No.
Would you like to have contact with her while this case is pending?
I don't know what that means.
Yes.
I don't have any other questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Brands?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right. I'll start with Ocean because your case came in first. I'll set your bond at $500 on count one, or on the battery domestic violence, and I'll treat the criminal mischief as a subsidiary. Your bond will be $100. You told me you do want to have contact with your sister?
Yes, ma'am, because I don't have no issue. It's just, like I said, the drugs in effect, some people can't control.
All right, I'm going to allow you to have peaceful contact with your sister. Do you understand what peaceful contact means?
Yes, ma'am, no violence, no none of that arguing, I know.
Right. Yes. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Any other conditions the state would request in this case?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Japria Mitchell, there is probable cause in your case. I'm going to set your bond at $2,500 and order that you are only allowed to have peaceful contact with your sister.
Girl, calm down.
Ma'am, are you okay? I need to make sure that you understand what's happening. Can you give her another paper towel?
Period. You got a bond, but your bond is 25. So Just calm down. You'll be bonded out. Just calm down. Girl, 10% of that. Just calm down, baby. Just calm down. That's all you gotta do. Just calm down. You're doing too much.
I need to make sure that you're calm enough to understand what's happening. Because I need to set some bond conditions and I need to make sure that you hear me. All right, you can only have peaceful contact with your sister. You understand what that means? Yes, ma'am. You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. You can't possess or consume any controlled substance or illegal drug without a valid prescription. Do you understand? Yes. Listen, I'm allowing you to have contact because you both told me that you want contact, but I'm a little concerned about you. You're both sure that you can do this, right?
I don't have no problem with it. I know I can. I don't got no problem. It's
Okay.
her.
All right, well, good luck to both of you. Call the number on that piece of paper. The public defender's office will have to conflict off one of the cases, but call them for now because that's how we'll get you in touch with an attorney.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Good morning.
Good morning, what's your name?
Alfredo Amos.
I don't have him either. Something's going on today because I don't have anybody, none of them have been in order. All right, I got him now. 21 MM 5046. You're here charged with assault, domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Any objection to pretrial release?
No, Your Honor.
I see that he qualifies.
We would request it, Your Honor.
I'm going to place you on pretrial release with special conditions. You're not allowed to have any contact with your wife. Do you understand what that means? You have to answer out loud.
Yes, yes.
You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. I'll order you must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings, but you may not coordinate that with your wife. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Samir Ben Ranem.
All right, what happened with Kevin Sanchez Colon? Okay,
Who's at the podium, Your Honor?
oh, tell me your name again.
Samir Ben Ranem.
All right, 21 MM 5038, you're here charged with battery domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you.
He does otherwise qualify for PTR, Your Honor.
Does the state object?
No, Your Honor.
I'm going to place you on pretrial release with special conditions. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim or witness in this case. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. I'll order you must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. So you can have no contact with the 9-year-old son, and you can have only supervised contact with any other minor child under the age of 18. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck.
Okay, say that last part one more time.
So the witness, no contact.
No contact.
That's a child.
Okay.
But no unsupervised contact with any other child. Because there's another child involved, but she was too young to be a witness. Please tell me your name.
Kevin Sanchez Colon.
All right, 21 CF 8560. You're here charged with aggravated battery on a pregnant person, domestic battery by strangulation, and battery domestic violence. You also have 2 violations of probation charges. We'll get to those in just a moment. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you in this case. There is probable cause. Ma'am, do you wish to testify?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Jennifer Rodriguez.
Go ahead, Miss. I'll let the prosecutor ask you some questions.
Good morning, ma'am. How do you know the defendant?
He's my boyfriend and the father of my kid.
Has something like this happened before?
No,
Do you believe that drugs or alcohol were involved in this incident?
no,
Should something like this happen again, would you be willing to call the police?
repeat that one more time.
If something like this happened again, would you be willing to call the police?
Yes,
Are you afraid of him?
no,
While this case is pending, would you like to have contact with him?
yes.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Brantz?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, ma'am. At this time, your bond, sir, is $5,000 on count 1, $5,000 on count 2, and $100 on count 3. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Were you 2 living together?
Yes, ma'am.
You cannot now. I'll order you must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings, but you may not coordinate that with the victim. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
In 21 MM 848, you're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest for violating your probation by committing the offense of aggravated battery on a pregnant person, domestic battery by strangulation, and domestic battery. There is no bond authorized on that warrant, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you in that case as well. And then in 21 MM 1929, you're here for violating your probation for the same new charges. There's no bond on that warrant, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you in that case as well. Good luck, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Good luck. Yes. Please tell me your name.
Kenneth Cole.
21 MM 446, you're here charged with battery domestic violence. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $1,000. You can't have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Were you 2 living in the same residence?
Yes.
You can't now. I'll order that you must maintain a separate residence, and I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings, but you may not coordinate that with the victim. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Please tell me your name. What's your last name?
Joe.
21 MM 5052, you're here charged with battery, domestic violence. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Sir, do you wish to testify?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, the whole truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Please state your name for the record.
Maurice Brown.
I'll let the prosecutor ask you some questions.
Good morning, Mr. Brown.
Morning.
How do you know the defendant?
That's my girlfriend.
Has something like this happened before?
Similar, yeah.
If something like this happened again,
Yes.
would you be willing to call the police?
Yes.
Are you afraid of her?
No.
While this case is pending, would you like to have contact with her?
Yes. She have, yes, because she have autistic child. She have to watch, have 2 other kids besides her. I work in the daytime, and I can't be home with the kids, and I'm not afraid of them. That's a misunderstanding.
Okay. Do you believe that drugs or alcohol were involved in this incident?
No.
Okay. I have no further questions, Your Honor.
No questions, Your Honor.
Can the attorneys approach, please?
Your Honor, can I have a moment to confer?
Oh, yes. Go ahead. Can I ask, why doesn't she qualify for pretrial release?
I gave you an updated sheet up there, right next to the.
Got it. Okay, shows that she does.
Thank you, Your Honor.
In this case, does the state have any objection to pretrial release?
No, Your Honor.
All right, at this time, ma'am, I'm going to place you on pretrial release with special conditions. You can only have peaceful contact with the victim. Do you understand what peaceful contact means?
Yes, ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, ma'am. Oh, yes. I'm sorry?
Just wave at my baby.
Can you do what?
Just wave at my son. He keeps.
Oh, yes, go ahead. Yes. Do you want them to come in and say hi to you? Can they come in and say hi? I don't mind.
Thanks.
Maybe I'll help them not be scared.
Hey, big boy.
Mommy.
Hey, big boy.
Hi, Auntie.
Hey, nephew. Y'all okay? Okay. I'll see y'all in a little bit, okay? Clean that room up.
Hopefully she's coming home soon, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good luck. Good luck, ma'am. Please tell me your name.
Jose Luis Rosado Almodóvar.
21MM5041, you're here charged with battery domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $500. You can't have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. You must maintain a separate residence. I'll allow one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings. You can't possess or consume alcoholic beverages. And you'll be subject to random alcohol screens. Do you understand?
Ma'am.
Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Tajrin Darnell London.
I'm sorry, one more time?
Tajrin Darnell London.
Thank you. Looks like you have a warrant out of Marion County for robbery, strong arm robbery. There's no bond on that warrant.
One person. Yeah, one person.
Hold on. Oh, that is the wrong person. You're right. Thank you. Your warrant is out of Lake County for violating probation on reckless driving with alcohol. There is no bond. We'll notify them that you're here so they can come get you, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. I'm looking at his out on bond case. Hold on one second. It looks like the Lake County case is 19MM7225. I'm not going to take any action on the out on bond because I can't tell the dates. All right, good luck. Please tell me your name.
Good morning, Aaron McKinney.
Good morning. You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest out of Marion County for strong arm robbery. There's no bond on that warrant. We'll notify them that you're here so they can come and get you. The case number is 21 CF 2633, and I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Jonathan Rutherford.
You have a warrant out of Seminole County in 18 CF 4024 for violating probation on trafficking in heroin. There is no bond authorized. We'll notify them that you're here so they can come get you, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Rasheen. More.
Wait, what's your full name?
Rasheen Archibald.
Okay. Good morning. You're here because a warrant was issued for your arrest in 20 CF 9735 for violating your community control by failing to remain confined to your approved residence as directed.
Would that mean I went there?
I'm sorry?
I was trying to ask what that mean.
Yeah, what they're saying, what the probation officer or your community control officer is saying is you were supposed to remain confined to your approved residence except 1/2 hour before and after approved employment, public service work, or any other special activity. And as grounds for the belief that you violated your community control, the officer states that you are away from your approved residence on July 9th at 6:52 PM without prior approval of the probation officer or community control officer. So there's no bond authorized on this warrant. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. I show that he's a violent felony offender of special concern.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
How many days? Like, okay.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Please tell me your name.
Brennan Atkins.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 20 CF 11634 for violating your probation by failing to report as directed on June 25th and by changing your residence without first procuring the consent of your probation officer. It says there might be more, but I don't have any more. This violation continued on the next page, but I don't have it. So there might be more allegations in that. You'll have to talk to your attorney about it. There's no bond authorized, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Stephanie Ann Barton.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 20 CF 15030 for violating your probation by committing the criminal offense of driving while license suspended in Seminole County on July 9th, and by leaving your county of residence without first procuring the consent of your probation officer. There's no bond authorized on that warrant. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. I show that she's out on bond. It's a possession of methamphetamine case. She was bonded out on April 12th, 2021, and this warrant was issued. No, I'm not going to take any action on that. Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
William Frank Dunn.
Looks like you have a violation of community control by failing to submit to electronic monitoring. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. There will be no bond at this time. 2020 CF 8824. Yeah, all right, good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Marius Arnaz, Quintel Harrison.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 20 CF 5429 for violating your probation by failing to report as directed and changing your residence without first procuring the consent of your probation officer. There is no bond authorized on this warrant, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. And I'll take no action in the out on bond case. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Jaden Haynes.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 2016 CF 8201 for violating your probation by failing to comply with all instructions given to you and that you moved, and failing to remain confined at your approved residence except as approved. There's no bond authorized, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Tamir K. Seanhurst.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 CF 1626 for violating your probation by failing to report as directed and changing your residence without first procuring the consent of your probation officer. There's no bond authorized on that warrant, and I'll appoint an attorney. A capias was issued for your arrest in 21 CF 2311 for possession of utilone after you failed to appear for a status hearing on July 15th. There's no bond authorized on that the bond is $250. And then in 21 CF 8596, you're here charged with possession of ammunition by a convicted felon, possession of MDMA, and resisting an officer without violence. There is probable cause, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. I'll stay your bond at $5,000 on count 1, $150 on count 2, $100 on count 3. You're not allowed to possess or consume any controlled substance without a valid prescription or have contact with any known drug dealers. You're also not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition. Do you understand? Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Marquise Lamont.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 18 CF 17256 for violating your probation by committing the criminal offense of aggravated battery on a pregnant person in Seminole County on or about June 18th, 2021. There's no bond authorized, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Daniel Major.
Sir, a warrant was issued for your arrest in 20 CF 2057 for violating your probation by committing the criminal offense of, by being in possession of a drug or narcotic as shown in a urinalysis test. There is no bond on this, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Wilson San Martino.
18 CF 15889, a warrant was issued for your arrest for violating your probation by committing the criminal offense of theft of state funds on or about August 21st, 2019 to February 2020, I think. By committing the criminal offense of failure to file your tax return and by committing the criminal offense of failure to file another tax return. There's no bond authorized on this warrant, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. I'll take no action on the out on bond. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Celine Thomas, hello, good morning.
Good morning. You're here in 2020 CF 2687. A warrant was issued for your arrest for violating your probation by failing to report as directed and failing to successfully complete or remain in the batterer's intervention program. There's no bond authorized on this warrant, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck.
Your Honor, I believe Ms. Thomas has a private attorney. She said she was supposed to, or that attorney was supposed to attend, so I don't know if you want to withdraw the appointment, if she has one already.
What's your attorney's name?
Yaya Balani. She thought it was gonna be at 9:00 a.m.
Well, court was at 9.
Yeah.
Was she going to appear electronically?
She was supposed to appear virtually, or can you call her?
Hold on one second, let me see if there's anyone there.
Because
Welcome to an Econo meeting. You are entering the meeting now. You are the only participant.
She's not there. But I'm not going to appoint the public defender if she has an attorney. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Sorry.
She did? Okay, but did she send her the link?
Can we just recall her?
Hold on a second, yeah, because I think she's going to appear electronically.
Welcome to an Econo meeting. You are entering the meeting now. You are the only participant.
thank you, Judge. I appreciate your patience.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Let's see if she jumps on. This is Judge Gibson. Can you hear me? No.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you'd like to put your appearance on record.
Yes, Johnny Bolani for Serene Thomas.
All right, she's here in the courtroom. I've already advised her what the violation is. Did you wish to be heard on anything, Counselor?
Yes, Judge, we're asking for a bond in this case. I was trying to get the packet from the clerk, but it's still under lock, so I wasn't able to review everything. I know what the violations are. We've got some documentation. As an officer of the court, I've reviewed everything. She did sign up for I know that one of the violations was that she did not sign up in time for her class, and she did sign up. We have got proof of that, but she had to switch classes because she was having a problem. We're asking for a bond. She's got a lot of mental health treatment that she's going on with, and being in custody without her medication, it'll set her back a lot from the way she's been getting her treatment from the last time she was in custody.
So the allegation is not that she didn't sign up, but that she was unsuccessfully discharged from the program.
And she's already signed up for another program immediately.
But I don't have details as to what unsuccessfully discharged means. So while it might be great that she signed up right away, the fact that she was unsuccessfully discharged, that's where the violation stems. So the other violation is that she failed to report as directed.
And we have emails showing that she did go and pick up her travel permit. I don't know where that's coming from. Obviously, with her being in custody, it's a lot harder to get through her emails and show that. But from speaking to her and speaking to somebody else from the emails, she went and got her permit and came back and met with him. But again, that's just a very little I know from what she said yesterday.
What says the state?
She has very little history, Your Honor, but there is a conviction for battery. So at this time, without the supporting documentation, I would ask for there to be more documentation before giving a bond, Your Honor.
And Judge, just so the court knows, there's a no abuse program incorporated. She has an assessment date. She signed up. She's paid it. I have the receipt. I don't know if I can share my screen. She has an assessment date of 7/28 at 1 p.m. I've got all the contracts with me. I could forward it to the state right away and send it over so she has it with the receipt for payment.
I don't think that's necessary. This sounds like an argument that needs to be had in front of the judge who put a no bond on this warrant. Here's what I can do. I'm going to have to recess and come back in a few minutes. I'll reach out to, I don't know if it's Judge Calderon, and see if he wants, it is Judge Calderon? I'll see if I can get in touch with him while we're on recess and see if he wants me to give a bond or if he wants to hear the arguments himself.
Your Honor.
Okay.
Tyler Brands, public defender, speaking as a friend of the court. I believe Ms. Thomas, is she able to speak with her attorney during that recess?
I don't care if she does, but I don't know how she will, because her attorney's not here.
All right.
I don't care what she does during the recess. All right, we'll recall this case. I have a couple more and then we'll recess. So in probably about 20 minutes, I'll recall this case.
Okay, I'll log back in about 15, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So let's just bring her back. We'll finish what we have and then we got to recess anyway for the Creole interpreter, not Portuguese. Please tell me your name.
Adam Grimm.
A capias was issued for your arrest in 2010 MM 12450 for this is interesting. Violation of conditions of pretrial release on a charge of petty theft. The bond authorized is $5,000. I don't know what HC means unless it means home confinement, which we don't
Does, Your
have.
Honor, and I wanted to see if you could strike that from the warrant.
Right, we don't have that. So, but maybe because it's a 2010 case, we did. So I'll stay the bond at 5,000 because I can't change that capias, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck.
But you are striking the home confinement?
Hold on.
Is the home confinement off of there? So
Yeah, we don't have home confinement, so there's no way I can order that.
Okay, so it's just.
So your bond is $5,000.
All right, thank you very much, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Please tell me your name.
Al Gregory Paulin.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 20 MM 4445 for violating your probation by committing the offenses of robbery, assault, and criminal mischief, and possession of methamphetamine. Further, that you didn't comply with all instructions given to you by the central intake. There's no bond authorized on this warrant, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
Jesse J. Patillo.
A warrant was issued for your arrest in 21 MM 4339, charging you with stalking domestic violence. Another judge has already found probable cause in this case, and I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $5,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with any victim or witness in this case. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yes.
You understand it means you can't speak to them, you can't call them on the phone, you can't send a message through friends or family, no contact.
Yes, ma'am.
You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. I'll order that you can't be within 1,000 feet of the victim's residence or place of employment.
Okay.
And in 21 CF 1725, at this time, I'm revoking your bond.
Your Honor, he is set, I think he has a court date tomorrow for that case.
Then it'll be easy to get him to court. You'll know where he is. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Jeremy, I could take the mask down? No. Oh.
No.
Jeremy Ziegler.
21 MM 5049, you're here charged with battery, domestic violence. There is probable cause. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you. Your bond is $500. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. Do you understand what no contact means?
Yeah.
You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. You can't possess or consume any controlled substance or alcoholic beverages. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
I'll order that you must maintain a separate residence, and I'll allow a one-time return with law enforcement to gather your belongings, but you cannot coordinate that with the victim or the witness. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All right, good luck.
Judge, there was no contact with victim or witness?
Or witness.
Thank you.
Thank you. What does that say? It says do go. I thought it said do. All right. Is the state ready for 33-day motions?
Are we not doing the Creole?
Not till 10:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
Jamesia Moore, 21 CF 7095, granted notice of non.
Is there anyone on the line?
Yes, Your Honor, Jaya Balani.
All right, thank you. You're here representing
Ms. Thomas.
in 20 CF 2687. Ms. Thomas just came back in the room. Your attorney is on the line, Ms. Thomas. I was able to speak with Judge Calderon, and he reminded me that because the charge is robbery, at this time you're not entitled to bond, and I'm not going to change that. So, Counselor, you have to make all your mitigation arguments in front of him.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Good luck.
Okay, thanks.
And now we can connect to Creole. To the interpreter line, but if they're not ready till 10:30, I can't connect.
They should be there.
Okay, because otherwise it'll go straight to Spanish.
Good morning.
Good morning, this is Judge Gibson. Who do I have on the line?
This is Isabel Rocher, court interpreter Creole.
Has the interpreter been sworn?
No, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand.
Do you solemnly swear to translate from Creole to English, from English to Creole to the best of your ability?
I do. Isabel Rocher, court interpreter Creole.
Can you please connect with the headset and verify he can hear you? And he's not making any noise. Can he hear you? He's not hearing anything. We might have to just do it in the overhead.
But you can hear me fine.
Well, I can now, but I couldn't hear you when you were trying to connect with the headset.
Yes, and apparently he didn't answer me either when I said, "Can you hear me?" Let me try again.
All right, so let's just use the speaker. Don't connect to the headset.
Yeah, he's not hearing me. I was talking to him and I see no movement. So.
Right. All right. Good morning, sir. Please tell me your name.
Monsieur qui j'en relais? Pardon?
Bense Jean.
Médecin Jean?
Bense Jean.
Bense Jean.
Yeah.
Sir, in 20 CF 6505, you have a violation of probation with no bond. I'll appoint an attorney to represent you in that case.
Dans cas 20 CF 6505 ou gen en violation liberté conditionnelle, ma bon ou pas gen bond, ma bon un avocat qui peut représenter ou dans cas ça.
The primary allegations of the violation have to do with the charges in 21 CF 8591.
Les premières accusations yo gen pour avec cas 8591.
You're charged with trafficking in oxycodone greater than 14 grams but less than 28.
Ou accusé que ou te fait trafic oxycodone plus que 14 grammes, moins que 28 grammes.
2 counts of possession of cocaine with a weapon.
2 chefs accusation possession cocaïne avec 11 armes.
Carrying a concealed firearm.
Gen une arme cachée.
Possession of firearm in commission of a felony.
Gen une arme à feu pendant que ou te fait un gros crime sérieux.
Possession of Xanax.
Okay.
Possession Xanax.
Possession of cannabis less than 20 grams.
Possession cannabis moins que 20 grammes.
Possession of a prescription drug without a prescription.
Possession en prescription sans ou pas te gen ordonnance pour lui.
Sir, I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you in this case.
Monsieur Mabo, un avocat pour représenter ou dans cas ça.
Okay.
Did you wish to be heard on anything, Mr. Brands?
Monsieur Brent, est-ce que vous voulez dire quelque bagaille?
Just that he has a notice to appear in the, what it seems like an out on bond case.
Di gen lè que ou te gen un avis pour comparaître dans un cas qui te gen bon.
I'll take no action on that.
Mwen pa fè rien sou ça.
There is probable cause in this case.
Gen assez cause probable dans cas ça.
I'm going to stay your bonds as listed in the probable cause affidavit, $400,000 on count 1.
Pour premier chef accusation, qui te bonne à 400,000.
$15,000 on counts 2 and 3.
Pour deuxième et troisième accusation, 15,000.
$2,500 on count 4.
Pour quatrième accusation, 22,500.
$5,000 on count 5,
4/5e, $5,000.
$1,000 on count 6,
6e, $1,000.
$250 on count 7,
250 sous 7e.
$500 on count 8.
500 sous 8e.
You're not allowed to possess or consume any controlled substance without a valid prescription. Do you understand?
Ou pas capable de gagner ou bien consommer aucune substance contrôlée sans ou pas gagner une ordonnance pour lui. Est-ce que vous comprenez ça?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't have contact with any known drug dealers.
Ou pas capable de gagner contact avec aucun monde qui deal drogue.
You can't possess a weapon of any kind, firearm or ammunition.
Ou pas capable de gagner aucune arme de n'importe quelle qualité, arme à feu ou bien balle.
Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Est-ce que l'État attendait l'autre condition? What was the answer?
No, Your Honor.
Non, juge.
All right, good luck, sir.
Bonne chance, monsieur.
Correct. All right, thank you. I believe that's all we have for the interpreter this morning.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye. Any other business before court is in recess?
And the next person I have is Johnson. It's 2021 MO 744AO. Mr. Johnson's here on a charge of being in a park after dark, or is represented by the Public Defender's Office. You want to waive his arraignment?
Waive the appearance and enter a plea of not guilty.
I have 7 for Division 81.
August 30th at 9 o'clock, courtroom 6B.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Yes, sir. My name is Stephanie Jones.
Ms. Jones, you're here in case 2021 4602AO on a charge of trespass on property after, other than a structure conveyance, refusal to leave. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
No, sir, I was staying.
No, wait. Don't talk about the facts of your case. Do you understand your charges?
Yes,
All right. Mr. Brands, she's represented by the Public Defender's Office. Do you have a plea you want to enter on her behalf?
Yes, we'll enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, we're going to accept your plea of not guilty. We're going to set you for pretrial and trial in Division 81 on the following dates.
August 20th at 9 o'clock, courtroom 4E.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Douglas Lee Martin.
Mr. Martin, you're here in case 2021 4323AO on a charge of resisting officer without violence. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You're represented by the Public Defender's Office. Mr. Brands, what plea you want to enter on behalf of your client?
Enter a plea of not guilty, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Martin, I'm going to accept your plea of not guilty in this case. I'm going to set you for pretrial and trial in Division 83 on the following dates.
August 9th at 8:30, courtroom 6C.
All right, have a great day, sir.
You too. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
John Nancy Mascara, sir, Your Honor.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 4229AO on a charge of trespass in an occupied structure, refusal to leave. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Mr. Brands, he's represented by the Public Defender's Office. What plea you want to enter on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, if you have a moment to confer, there is an office on the state.
All right. I gave you guys an extra 5 minutes on top of the 10 minutes you already asked for. What's going on this afternoon?
I was here early too, so I don't know.
All right, step back. Let me deal with the next person. Step back, Mr. Brands.
Okay, all right.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Matthew Petrovic.
Mr. Petrovic, you're here in case 2021 MM4186BO on a charge of petty theft. That is a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
No, I do, sir.
All right. You're represented by the Public Defender's Office. What plea you want to enter on behalf of your client?
Enter plea not guilty, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Petty, we're going to accept your plea of not guilty in this case. We're going to set you for a pretrial and trial in Division 80 on the following dates.
August 26th at 9 o'clock, courtroom 9C.
All right. Mr. Mazur, if you're going to take the offer, I need you to read the plea form and understand everything that's on it, okay?
Yeah.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Robert Putz.
Mr. Putz, you're here in case 2021 MM4567AO on a charge of trespass on property other than a structure and conveyance. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
I guess so, yes.
All right. Just glad to inform you, make sure you understand like what the maximum penalties for those charges are. You're represented by the Public Defender's Office. Mr. Branch, what plea you want to enter on behalf of Mr. Putz?
Enter plea not guilty, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Putz, we're going to accept your plea of not guilty in this matter. We're going to set you for a pretrial and trial in Division 61 on the following dates.
August 30th at 9 o'clock, courtroom 6B.
When is this?
Say it again?
August 30th at 9 o'clock.
Okay, so I still be in jail?
You need to talk to your attorneys about filing a bond motion, and we can talk about what release conditions you're supposed to be on.
Okay.
Today, you're here for arraignment only. Have a great day, sir. All right. Mr. Mazur, can you raise your right hand? Well, say your name one more time.
John Nancy Mascara, Your Honor.
Mr. Mascaria, sorry for mispronouncing your name. Sir, you're here in case 2021 MM4229AO. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Your Honor.
You put your hand down. Sir, you're here for that charge of trespassing an occupied structure, refusal to leave. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Sir, Your Honor.
Mr. Brands, you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve your client's case?
No contest, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Mazurek, you understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on that plea form that you just reviewed. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, medication?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir, Your Honor.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir, Your Honor.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Did the party stipulate to a factual basis in this matter?
For the purposes of this plea, Your Honor, yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court find a factual basis based on that stipulation. I'll accept your plea of no contest, finds your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I want to adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give you credit for the 34 days that you spent in Orange County Jail with 34 days credit time served. The court cost of prosecution in this case of $273. There's a $50 public defender application fee and a $50 public defender lien. I'll make all those costs payable directly to the clerk within 3 years of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
You have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Your Honor, I believe I have to sign that as well, since we were appointed.
All right, yeah.
May I approach?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name? Can you tell me your name, please? Your name.
Johnny Lee Thompson.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now.
All right. Mr. Thompson, you're here in case 2021 MM4085AO on charges of trespass on property other than a structure or conveyance. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Wait, I can't hear you.
Yep, see, let's get him in the hearing devices, please. All right, can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
All right. Tell me your name one more time. Whoa. Yep, tell me your name one more time.
Johnny Lee Thompson.
Mr. Thompson, you're here in case 2021 MM4085AO on charge of trespass on property other than a structure or conveyance. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand.
All right. You're represented by the Public Defender's Office. Mr. Brands, what plea you on behalf of Mr. Thompson?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Mr. Thompson, I want to accept your plea of not guilty in this matter. I want to set you for pretrial and trial in Division 63 on the following days.
August 12th at 1 o'clock, courtroom 12C.
All right. You have a great day, sir. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Martin Vonado.
Say your last name again?
Vonado.
Is it Varnado? All right. Can you cover your nose for me? Thank you, sir. Sir, you're here in case 2021 MM434AW on charge of resisting officer without violence. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that? You're represented by the Public Defender's Office in this matter. Mr. Brands, you have a plea you want to enter on behalf of your client.
Yes, Your Honor, not guilty.
Mr. Bernardo, we're going to accept your plea of not guilty in this matter. We're going to set you for pretrial and trial in Division 62 on the following days.
September 1st at 9 o'clock, courtroom 9B.
All right. Have a great day, sir.
Whatever bond you had.
Yep, not addressing bond conditions. You need to file a bond motion in front of your division judge if you want to do that. All right. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Andrew John. Attorney Jay Ruth, on behalf of Mr. John. I believe there's a witness that is present, Judge.
Okay. All right, Mr. John, you're here in case 2021 CF 8092 on charges of burglary of a dwelling with a solid battery in, aggravated battery with a weapon, criminal mischief of $1,000 or more. The judge signed your warrant in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest in this matter. All right. Hello. How are you doing?
How are you, Your Honor?
Can you tell me your name and spell your last name?
Ruby Martin, Martin.
All right. Mr. Ruth, I'm going to be truthful with you. Only thing I have up here is my warrant, so I don't have the affidavit. No, I just have the warrant.
I have an affidavit for a warrant, Judge.
So are you asking me to have an Arthur hearing this afternoon? If that's the case, we're going to have to probably wait a little bit because I got to get through a lot of this work first.
No, I just wanted to see if the court would just consider setting a bond.
All right. I'm sorry, ma'am. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right. Tell me your name one more time because I'm sorry I missed it.
Ruby Martin.
All right.
Hey.
And Mr. Ruth, are you calling this witness for?
Purposes of a bond, Judge. She was alleged to be.
Well, you can question the witness.
I'm sorry, you're Miss Martin, correct?
Yes, sir.
And what is your relationship with Mr. John?
He's my fiance.
Okay. And how long have you guys known each other?
We've known each other over 10 years.
You live in the same address?
Yes, sir.
How many children do you have?
2.
The allegations here involve a battery involving your family, is that correct?
Yes, sir. It was a family dispute, and there were some false charges against him, yes.
Okay. In the affidavit, it's indicating that you were at the residence when this alleged battery occurred?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And tell us what happened that day.
Okay, I was staying at my parents' house. That residence was my parents'. And I wasn't there for a long time, about a week or 10 days. And my mom and I had an argument the day before the incident. And that day I was with my fiance, my children, and then he was dropping me off late at night. When I went in the house, me and my dad got into a big argument. He was aware that I was going to be getting married, my fiance. We've been engaged for a while and he was not happy about it at all. So when he heard that we were going to be getting married, that's what we were arguing about.
Okay. And the television was broken while you were there?
Yes.
How did that happen?
Okay, so the television was actually thrown by my father. We were into an argument and then we started pushing each other. We were throwing things all around. It was,
At the time of the breaking the television, this argument, was Mr. John present?
No, sir, he wasn't even in the house. He was outside.
Okay. So at the time when law enforcement showed up and said this allegation occurred, you're saying it did not occur and there wasn't violence against your father by Mr. John, is that correct?
Correct, sir.
Have you spoken with your father since Mr. John has been arrested?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what is his position regarding him being released?
From what I gather, he does not want to go further pressing charges. But anything else,
Has he attempted to contact the state regarding that?
I'm not sure.
Okay. If you were to be released today, where would he be residing?
Can you repeat that question?
He would not be residing with your father, I guess is my point.
Correct.
Is that correct?
John would not be
He
resigning.
would be at a separate residence,
Right.
correct? And there would be no need for them to have direct contact till this case is resolved.
That's correct.
What kind of distance between the two residences are we talking about?
I would say 30 minutes. The distance between the two residents?
Correct.
I would say, yeah.
Nothing further, Judge.
All right.
Judge, I know this is a unique.
I'm just trying to clarify your story so it can make a little more sense to me. I don't know if you mind me asking her some questions because I'm.
Of course.
All right. Ma'am, you said are you living with Mr. Andrew John? Or are you guys living together? Because you're saying you were staying with your parents, but then staying with them from where? Are you from here?
We are from here.
Okay.
We went out of town recently, and then we came back. So we haven't been back in town for that long.
So you moved out of town and now you're back in town. Where did you move
Correct.
back
We
from?
went to Indianapolis to visit his family. That's where they're originally from.
Okay.
And then we came back over here.
So did you go to Indianapolis just to visit or just to, you moved to Indianapolis?
We went there for a little while. There was a couple of family issues going on. His dad was really sick. We took the grandchildren to see their grandparents to spend some time because his dad was really sick, getting bad news. So we stood there for a little bit of time, but we had intentions on coming back. We wasn't moving there for permanent.
All right. And this may all be for naught because you know he's on probation, correct? He's not on probation? Oh, I'm sorry, okay. All right.
Made me nervous,
That
though,
was super-
Judge.
I was like, this is going to be a short conversation between us.
Right.
All right. And
I
State, you
know
have any
this is
questions for the witness?
No, Judge.
Oh, sorry, State, I'm sorry, asking the State. Mr. Real, sorry, are you done asking your questions?
Yes, Judge, thank you.
Sorry. And State, you got any questions for the witness?
Yes, please. I'm sorry, did you testify that there was no violence that happened?
Between Andrew John and my dad, yes.
Okay, so I believe the officer saw your father in a sling with a bruised eye. Do you know how that occurred?
Me and my dad, we had fell into the table. So we were together when we fell. We were pushing each other. We were fighting in the house. It was me and my dad. So yeah, we had a big argument.
Okay. No, I have no further questions, Your Honor.
All right, and State, what are you asking me to do as to count one of this warrant affidavit?
Your Honor, I do believe that it's a PBL, and based on that, I would ask for no bond.
All right. Mr. Ruth, you're still trying to reserve your right to have an Arthur hearing?
Yes, Judge.
All right. I'm obviously not sure what happened because I wasn't there. And I don't have an opportunity to speak to the victim in this case.
Your Honor, may I say something?
No, ma'am. So as of right now, two things. Let me look at his new face sheet and then we check out one thing. want to hold Mr. John at no bond right now. You always, like I said, you can reserve that right to have your Arthur hearing in front of the division judge. Mr. John, you have an active warrant out of Sarasota County. Your criminal history is a little concerning to me as to your release at this time. However, as the count one, I hold you at no bond. Count two, I'm going to set your bond amount of $7,500. And count three, you're going to set your bond amount of $150. Condition of the bond, you had no contact with the victim in this case. You did not return to the scene of the location where the incident happened. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And Stay, are you asking for any other release conditions?
No, Your Honor. I believe between no contact and no return, that should cover it.
You got Mr. Ruth representing you in this case, so you can leave on his representation for now.
Judge, did you say there was a warrant in another jurisdiction?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
What county was that? I'm sorry.
Sarasota County.
Thank you, Judge.
And he has in-state and out-of-state history of domestic violence, so that's, my concern in releasing him at the moment. But like I said, you have a full-blown Arthur hearing in front of the division judge, and hopefully we have an opportunity to hear from the victim at that time.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, have a good day. Have a good day, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Crawford, Your Honor.
Mr. Crawford? All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jonathan Crawford.
All right. If you're going to be in my audience, please cover your face and nose. Sorry, no, not you. It's in my audience. Mr. Crawford, you're here in case 2021 MM4475 AO on charges of battery domestic violence. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable by 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Sir.
You're represented by the public defender's office in this case. Mr. Branch will plead on enter on behalf of your client.
Not guilty, Your Honor.
Mr. Crawford, going to accept your plea of not guilty in this matter. Going to set you for Division 50 pretrial and trial.
August 16th at 9 o'clock, courtroom 7C.
So I have no bond.
I'm not sure about your bond conditions. Whatever previous bond conditions you have set are still in place. So if you want a bond hearing, you got to file that motion in front of Judge Wayne Shoemaker. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Christopher Tucker.
What happened to Anthony Williams?
He's medical, Your Honor.
All right, this is my last arraignment, 2021 MM4509 AO. Anthony Williams, represented by the public defender's office on charges of providing false information to law enforcement. Do you want to waive his arraignment?
Waive the appearance, Your Honor, as well as enter a plea of not guilty.
All right, we're going to set him for Division 62 on the following dates.
September 1st at 9 o'clock, courtroom 9B.
Okay. All right, Mr. Tucker, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Tucker, you're here in case 2021 MM444AW on charge of exposure of sexual organs. I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in this matter amount of $10,000. Condition your bond, you have no contact with the victim in this case. Now return to the scene, the location where this incident happened. You have no unsupervised contact with a child under the age of 18 years old. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be shown to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Willie Sanders.
Mr. Sanders, you're here in case 2020 MM2664 AO for a failure to appear. Judge, in that case, set your bond amount of $1,000. Your bonds can remain as set in that amount. Is he already represented by the public defender?
Judge, give me 1 second. We'll have to look at
Mr. Branch, is your office represent Mr. Sanders already?
Let me confirm, Your Honor. I don't know off the top of my head.
No? All right, I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You also seem to be on parole, so you may be hearing from the parole board about this case if you haven't already have spoken with them. You have a great day, sir. You keep your head on swivel just because you got to slide down. Man, you live a dangerous life. All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name? Mr. Blair, you here in case 2021 CF 8590 AO on charge of sexual battery. They reviewed the charging affidavit in this case, did find probable cause for your arrest. We're going to set your bond in this case amount $25,000. Condition of your bond is you had no contact with the victim in this had no contact with this victim, that you maintain a separate residence from this victim. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons and firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
DeAndre Antonio Jackson.
Mr. Jackson, you're here in 2020 CF 14238 AO for a failure to appear. Judge in this case set your bond at no bond. Your bond shall remain at no bond in that case. I'm not taking any action on your 2021 CF 2348 AO case. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this matter if you're not already appointed. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Dante Phillip Michael Thomas.
Mr. Thomas, you're here in case 2021 CF 8114 on charge of aggravated stalking after court order. This is warrant, correct? Viewed the warrant. The judge signed the warrant. In this case, already found probable cause for your arrest. All right. Only question I had was the no contact order in the 2020 CF case. The same victim.
One moment, Your Honor.
Because I didn't have an injunction.
Who?
Hold on, trying to find some information.
Yeah, because this new to me. I was in court.
I don't know all the facts of your case. I'm just trying to figure out what is involved, the same victim, this new charge.
It's an ex-girlfriend, Raquel Nickens, for the
Yep,
20.
is that, he has a new charge, and he has, the old charge is 2020 CF, which is a DV case. I'm trying to figure out if it's the same victim. Same victim? All right. All right, Mr. Thomas, in this case, I'm going to set your bond amount of $100,000, condition that you have no contact with the victim in this matter. You're out on bond in case 2020 CF 15360 AO. Court's going to revoke that bond, set a new bond at $0 in that matter. Condition is you also still have no contact with the victim in or out of jail. Going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this new case. You have a great day, sir.
Hold on. Whoa. I want to know.
There's no contact with
So
the
I got
victim.
no bond, right?
All right, and no weapons, no firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to turn to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You have a bond. Also, no contact, or any witnesses, I apologize. No contact with any victims or witnesses.
So my second.
Also gonna need a DV order for Mr. Thompson, no contact order.
So I got a new bond,
You have a bond on your new case. I took away your bond on your old case.
so I can't get out still.
Correct.
Correct?
Yes.
Sure.
Well, wait. Hold on, Mr. Thompson. Gotta give you one more sheet of paper before you leave. I don't, cover your face.
I'm in the middle of trial, this same female, in the middle of trial, way before this warrant came out. And then when I come back to Orlando from my grandparents' house from Seminole County, they say I have a warrant. I'm in the middle of trial. I don't understand this. She could just call and make up a lie and say I'm aggravated, whatever it is. I just don't get it. I just don't. The system, I don't get it.
Yeah. All right. You have any questions about the no contact order, Mr. Thomas?
So what this on sign?
That you understand you have no contact with the victim, what I just ordered.
Okay, so when I get out, it's no contact.
No contact while you're here, no contact when you get out, no contact until somebody in a black robe looks like me tells you you can have contact.
Thank you, sir. Yes, yes, yes. Cause I don't even be in Orlando for this. It's like every time she call or something, I get booked.
Don't, that's why, it's a one-way street. No contact. You may want to change your phone number.
I done did that.
You-
My lawyer could verify that.
I don't know. I'm telling you, the no contact orders are one-way streets.
So I'm set as no bond right now, right, sir?
As to your old case, you can always talk to, you can file a motion for your division judge, speak to them about certain bond conditions in that case. Their orders overrule any of mine.
All right.
Thank you, sir. That was another one. I was wondering why that was in my the felony section. I got another one today too. This I think it should have been in DV. All right, give me 1 second here.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This is Ale Figueroa, Assistant Vice President Interpreter.
Good afternoon, Mr. Figueroa. This is Judge Bain calling from the BRC. Can you see if you can make a connection with my podium?
Sí, lo escucho. The defendant can hear me, Your Honor.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Kevin Andrés Ortiz. Kevin Andrés Ortiz Arcila.
Kevin Andres Ortiz Arcila.
Mr. Ortiz Arcina, you're here in case 2020 MM7856AO on a failure to appear warrant. Judge, in that case, set your bond amount of $1,000. Say was there an offer for Mr. Ortiz Arcina? No, I can't hear you.
No, Your
I'm
Honor.
sorry. All right, Mr. Ortiz Arcina, your bonds remain as set in the amount of $1,000. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you if you're not already represented in this case. You have a great day, sir. And that was the only one? All right. Thank you, Mr. Figueroa. Have a great day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You as well.
My address.
Thank you.
No, I granted it yesterday.
Thank you. No, thank you.
That was the whole point. You want me to say it for you? The state didn't file information, they filed no information. Not no information, but a notice of non-filing, and I wanted to fix the other order because that was for the wrong person. Yeah, that address, yeah, that was the problem.
Okay.
All right. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Elizabeth Joan.
Mr. Doon, you're here in case 2021 MM445AW on a violation of a repeat domestic violence injunction. I did review the charging affidavit in your case, and I did find probable cause for your arrest. All right. Going to set your bond in this case in an amount of $1,500. It's going to cover pretrial release supervision. You have no contact with the victim in this case. You need to abide by the injunction in 2021 DR 8762 AO. And You do not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Can I have a DV no contact order from Ms. Doom, please? All right. Ms. Doom, have you had opportunity to review your injunction? You understand all the stipulations inside of your injunction? No, don't, it's a yes or no question. And whether you agree with them?
Yes.
All right. I'm just trying to get this no contact order. All right? So we're going to provide you a no contact order, very similar to the stipulation inside your injunction. No contact with the victim. No, can't be within 1,000 feet of their person, can't be within 1,000 feet of the residence, the car, place of business, no social media contact, zero contact. Carrier pigeon. 500 is, I don't know what your injunction says. So your injunction says 1,000 feet.
No,
You need to buy, if it's 500, it's usually 500.
Yeah.
So 500 feet is the standard number.
Yep.
So no social media, no carrier pigeons, no billboards, no planes writing letters in the sky, nothing. You understand? No contact. All right. So please abide by my orders, because it's not gonna go well if you don't. All right, have a great day, ma'am. Okay, Hopkins is medical. All right, it's 2021 MM 5010 AO. Mr. Hopkins, on point of public defender to represent him.
Waive the appearance, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Hopkins has an extensive history of domestic violence and batteries. Of course, going to find probable cause for his arrest after reviewing the charging affidavit. Going to set bonds in his cases at an amount of $2,000 apiece. Additionally, he had no contact with the victim, no return to the scene, the location, may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms he has needs to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. He also may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Robert Ramos Bruno.
Mr. Ramos Bruno, you're here in case 2021 MM 5045 AO on charges of possession of drug paraphernalia and trespass on property after warning. Did review the charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest. State you make an offer in this case.
I did, Your Honor. It's an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, and no return to 7101 South Orange Blossom Trail.
All right. Mr. Ramos, you want to accept that offer from the state of Florida?
Yeah.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You put your hand down. Sir, you're here in case 2021 MM 5045 AO. Charges are possession of drug paraphernalia. Second charge, trespass on property after warning. Both of those are first-degree misdemeanors. Both of those are punishable by 1 year in the county jail each and a $1,000 fine each. Do you understand that? I can hear you. You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case?
No contact.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that you're looking at right now.
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
Nope.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
Nope.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
Nope.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're now a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes.
I did have an opportunity to review your charging affidavit, so I did find a factual basis contained therein. I'll accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I want to adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give you credit for 2 days in Orange County Jail, run concurrent on each count, with 2 days credit time served. The court costs and costs of prosecution in this case are $273. Is there a $15 drug paraphernalia? There used to be, I'm just asking, is there a $15 drug paraphernalia charge?
We've done it at initial appearance, but if you want us to put it on there, I will.
Yeah, I think there's a $15 also drug paraphernalia surcharge in this case. I'll make all these costs payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, sir. Actually, I'm also not taking any action in 2021 CF 1025. But, if narcotics or drugs are a problem for you, sir, you may want to seek some help, either here from the sources at the jail or out in the community, so you can stop seeing me on a regular basis. All right, have a great day. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Shane Allen Bazin, sir.
Mr. Bazin, you're here in case 2021 MM 107 AA for failure to appear. The judge in that case set your bond at no bond. Your bonds remain at no bond as to that failure to appear. Well, you're represented by the public. You're represented by the public defenders already.
Yes, sir.
All right. Look, keep them on your case. You have a great day, sir.
The next one, sir. I ain't had time to take nothing.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Tavis.
No.
Mr. Ben, you're here in case 2021 MM 2655 AO on a failure to appear warrant. The judge signed your warrant. In this case, set your bond amount of $250. State was there an offer to resolve this case?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, your bond's gonna stay at $250. Gonna also order that you have no contact with any victims or witnesses, and you're not returned to the scene of the location where this incident happened. We're gonna keep the public defender on your case. You have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Noel Ortiz Colon.
Mr. Colon, you're here in case 2006 MM 1065 on a failure to appear warrant. The judge in the case set your bond at no bond. State, you taking any action as to this case?
I'm so sorry, Your Honor. It's a $2,000 blanket bond.
I'm sorry. I'm back. It says, yep, yeah, it's $2,000 on, is it $1,000 on each count, or is it?
Just 2,000.
Okay. Well, regardless, state, are you taking any action on this possession of cannabis case?
Your Honor, if you can give me a moment, I just need to double check something.
All right, Mr. Colon, step back for a moment, maybe resolve your case this afternoon. Are you Mr. Wade, standing in the back? Let me talk to you, Mr. Wade. Mr. Wade, tell me your name.
Nathaniel Scott Wade, sir.
Mr. Wade, you're here in case 2021 MM 4877 on charge of trespass in a structure or conveyance. The charging affidavit did find probable cause for your, oh, sorry, there's a warrant for your arrest, I apologize. Just saying your warrant's already found probable cause for your arrest. State, was there an offer to resolve both his trespass and the loitering case?
With regard to the trespass, Your Honor, it's an adjudication of guilt, credit time served. No return to 3207 North Rio Grande Avenue. There is a cost of investigation to OPD in the amount of $75. With regard to the loitering and prowling, Your Honor, I'll also do an adjudication of guilt, credit time served.
Mr. Wade, do you want to take those offers from the state of Florida?
Absolutely, sir. But I have 32.
If you have a question, want to talk to Mr. Brandt, standing to your left?
It's a valid question, Your Honor. Go ahead, Ms.
That's my home address. That's not my neighbor's address. That is my parents' house. That's not my neighbor's house.
Your Honor,
I don't know.
can we approach?
About the trespass?
Yes, that's where the trespass is from. It's from 3208 North Rio Grande Avenue, my neighbor. I've accidentally edged his front yard and he didn't like it.
Yeah, so I'm not here for the neighbor disputes. So if you want to resolve your case, we can. If you want to
That is resolved.
go to court, that's fine. But, you know, if you, your neighbor, and your parents are your neighbor, like where I grew up, my parents and my neighbor, it was like this weird thing for like, you know, the whole time of my whole life. Basketball jump bounce into the yard. You had to like dash over there to get it. I mean, you know, I get it, but you know, just as an adult, you know, you gotta, you know, deal with kind of, you know, things that come with life. All right. All right, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're gonna give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, put your hand down. All right, sir, you're here in case 2021 MM 4877 on charge of trespass in a structure or conveyance. And then you're also here in case 2021 MM 4125 AO on charge of loitering and prowling. Both of those are second-degree misdemeanors. Both of those are punishable up to 60 days in the county jail each and a $500 fine each. Do you understand that?
Sir.
Did you want to enter a pleas of guilty or no contest to resolve these cases today?
No contest.
All right. You understand by entering a plea of no contest in these matters, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that you reviewed, Mr. Brands.
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir. I recently just got out of Aspire yesterday morning.
Was it for drugs or?
I went for detox, but they messed up and put me in mental health.
Okay. Sorry. Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
All right, did I have an opportunity to review the warrant affidavit in case 2021 MM 4877. So I did find a factual basis contained therein. State and Mr. Brandt, so are you representing him on this 2021 MM 4125 case? No, Judge. No? All right, State can then, if not, then State, can you give me some facts about the 4125 case?
Mama. Yes, Your Honor. On June 16th, 2021, law enforcement responded to an apartment complex where security guards and witnesses reported that a subject was walking around the parking lot, looking inside vehicles and pulling on their door handles. Upon arrival, the defendant, matching description, that was observed walking between parked cars, and he was secured.
That happened in Orange County?
Yes, Your Honor, that did.
And, Mr. Wade, so I did find a factual basis in both your cases. I accept your plea. I will start my sentencing in case 2021 MM 4125 AO. Accepting your plea of no contest, finds is freely and voluntarily entered. Will adjudicate you guilty as to the charge. Give you credit for the 1 day that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 1 day credit time served. Court costs and costs of prosecution in that case are $273. In case 2021 MM 4877, I wanted to adjudicate you guilty as to that charge, accepting your plea of no contest as it freely and voluntarily. I wanted to give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served in that case. The court costs in that case are $273. There is a $75 cost of investigation to Orlando Police Department. I'm gonna combine both these cases for payment. I'm gonna give you 3 years from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full on these 2 cases. You have 30 days to appeal your judgment and sentence in each case in writing. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I forget anything else as far as money. All right. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Colon.
Oh, I do apologize, Your Honor. I'm going to no pros that.
Okay, so I figured
I'm
that.
so sorry.
I was figuring this is based on previous experience that this case is gonna get no pros. All right, Mr. Cologne, the state of Florida has announced no pros against you in your case. So I mean, they dismissed the charges against you. You have a great day, sir.
You too. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Christopher Nyhart.
Mr. Nyhart, you're here in case 2021 MO 829AO on charge of disorderly conduct. They reviewed a charging affidavit in your case, did find a probable cause for your arrest due to the city of Orlando's offering you a withhold adjudication and guilt and court costs. Do you want to accept that offer from the city of Orlando?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, put your hand down. Sir, you're here in case 2021 MO 829AO on a charge of disorderly conduct. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable with 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve your case with the city today?
I'll resolve it.
No, you want guilty or no contest?
No contest.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to waive all the rights outlined on the plea form that's in front of you.
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you into this plea?
No.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yeah.
I did have an opportunity to review the charging affidavit in this case, so I did find a factual basis contained therein. I accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll withhold adjudication of guilt. I give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court cost in that case of $223. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, sir.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
My name is Leslie Sherry.
Mr. Sherry, you're here in case 2021 CT 5168AO on charge of driver license suspended. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Say, was there an offer you were going to offer Mr. Sherry to resolve his case today?
I did, Your Honor. It's an adjudication of guilt and credit time served.
All right. Mr. Sherry, did you want to accept the state's offer in this case?
I certainly do, Your Honor.
All right, do you understand that this charge at a later time can be used against you to enhance your sentencing up to a third-degree felony?
That's within the state of Florida.
Yes, in the state of Florida.
I intend on leaving the state of Florida, Your Honor.
All right, well, all right, raise your right hand and be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Hey, put your hand down. Sir, you're here in case 2021 CT 5168AO on charges of driver license suspended. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve your case with the court today?
No contest, Your Honor.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to give up all the rights outlined on the plea form that's you're right in front of you right now.
Yes.
All right. Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, Your Honor.
Has
I
anybody?
have not been tested, examined for those.
Okay. Have you taken any psychotropic medications?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you into this plea?
No, Your Honor.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
I am a citizen.
I did have an opportunity to review your charging affidavit in this case, so I did find a factual basis contained therein. I accept your plea of no contest, find your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. We'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge, give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Court calls the cost of prosecution in this case of $306. I'll give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you. Your Honor, I can still appeal even though I pled no contest.
Well, you can, the things, that's why I asked you, one of the things you read on that plea form was that you waive your right to appeal any errors in this case, except the court's jurisdiction over you and the sentence I'm going to impose. So, unless you're saying that, and there was something in our discussion or something that, you know, I misled you or something that you were unclear, it was,
Clear. Now I am.
all right, have a good day. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Wade.
Yes, ma'am. This is Nyhart. Nyhart wasn't withhold.
Okay, so
Nyhart was
Wade
withhold.
was adjudicated guilty.
Wade was adjudicated.
Okay, thank you. So where is this?
Yes, I need that other form, the little.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Welcome, Fernand.
Mr. Ferdinand, you're here in two matters. The first one is 2018 CT 359AO for a failure to appear warrant. For judge set your bond amount of $2,000. You're also here in 2021 MO 429AO for a failure to appear warrant. Judge set your bond in amount of $500. State, did you have any offers from the city?
Yes, Your Honor. With regard to the disorderly conduct, I didn't realize it was city. I did it as an adjudication of guilt and credit time served.
But I would like for him to watch the video that I'll get arrested. I'm not going to die in silence. I'm always, if I'm speeding blood right now, it's because what they did yesterday.
All right, listen. You have an offer from the city on one of your cases. State, you want to make an offer on the other case? I know it's a DUI.
No, Your Honor, it's a DUI now.
What this deal what happened in 2018? You say what? I would have paid so much money and then I got a certificate and all. So
I have no idea what's going on with your case. I got two warrants for your arrest. One says, both of them say you failed to appear. One of them is for a DUI, driving under the influence. The other one is for disorderly conduct. You probably resolve the disorderly conduct right now if you want to. If you don't have to, it's up to you. So is the question yes or no? Do you want to resolve the city case or yes or no?
Okay, so what about yesterday? I get arrested. So is that nothing had to do with me being here?
I'm not sure what you're asking me.
No, I get arrested yesterday.
You got arrested because you had two warrants for your arrest, because you didn't go to court, apparently.
Is that not just that? They say I stole a car.
I don't have that. Yes. I don't know. I mean, it may be true, but what I have in front of me right now.
On my face, man.
And listen,
Tell me still
what you're being front of for me today, that may be tomorrow. I'm not sure. Like, you got new charges? I may see you on those tomorrow. The charges I have in front of me are two failure to appear warrants. Now, you resolve one of them, yes or no?
I'm not paying no money for this. Y'all could have me in court for
All right.
in jail for
Stay your bonds and $2,000 on your 2018 CT.
I'm in these streets. I clean these streets. I
359AO,
got the 2000.
2021 MO 429. We'll stay your bond amount of $500. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name? Mr. Gonzalez, you're here in case 2021 CT 5169AO on charge of driver license suspended as a subsequent offender. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Say, did you make an offer in this case?
I did not, Your Honor.
Sir, I'm going to stay your bond in this matter amount of $500. Condition your bond is you not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day. All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
My name is Jose. Last name Inamango.
All right. Sir, you here in case 2021 CT 5171AO on charge of driver license suspended. Did review the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to, was he resolving? Probably not.
We would
No,
just
okay.
like, perhaps.
I want to release you on pretrial release in this case. Condition of your pretrial release is this: you cannot operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. Going to order that you keep all your appointments with your attorney. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. All right. Then Kushner bonded. Kushner. That's right. Thanks, sir. All right, this case 2021 CT 2834AO. Mr. Taylor, you are represented by the public defender.
Waive the appearance, Your Honor.
All right, you're going to stay his bond amount of $1,000 on his failure to appear warrant. All right, you got, what are we doing, what's at work? Yeah. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name.
Wyrick.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Justin Wyrick.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CT 999AW on failure to appear. The judge in that case set your bond amount of $500. When asked the state, do you have an offer to resolve this case?
I did, Your Honor, adjudication of guilt and credit time served.
Ms. Ward, do you want to accept that offer from the state of Florida?
I didn't even rule that. No, sir.
All right. I'm going to stay your bond in this case in the amount of $500. I'm not going to take any action on your 2021 CF 6559 AO case. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
David Aguayo.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 7822 for charge of failure of a career offender to provide an address. Judge signing your warrant in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in this case in the amount of $1,500. Condition of your bond is that you have 48 hours to get to the sheriff's office to provide that address. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Clifford Backus.
What's your full name?
Clifford Backus.
Mr. Backus, you're here in case 2021 CF 1276AO on a failure to appear warrant. Judge signing your warrant in this case set your bond in the amount of $0. Your bonds will remain at $0 as to this matter. Want to appoint a public defender if you're not already appointed representation in this case. You have a great day, sir. All right, this case is 2021 CF 8528 and 2021 MM 5053AO. Mr. Blake. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent him in this matter.
Waive the appearance, Your Honor.
All right, he's here on charge in 2021 CF 8528, charge of petty theft with 2 prior theft convictions. Judge signed a warrant in his case, already found a probable cause for his arrest. Going to set his bond in an amount of $2,000. He's also here in case 2021, conditions that he not have any contact with any victims or witnesses, no return to the scene or location. He's also here in 2021 MM 5053AO on charge of petty theft and trespass on property after warning. Going to set his bond in count 1 amount of $1,000, count 2 $100. Condition of the bond is not returned to the scene or location, had no contact with any victims or witnesses from that case. He's out on ROR in case 2021 MM 3331AO on a charge of petty theft, resisting, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Of course, going to revoke that bond, going to set a new bond at $0 in that matter. Going to appoint a public defender to represent him in any other case that he's not already represented. All right. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Can you tell me your name, sir?
Tariq Mullen.
And,
Giovanni Brown.
all right, Mr. Morton, you're here in case 2021 CF 8570AO. Mr. Brown, you're here in case 2021 CF 8571AO. Charges are both the same. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 counts of petty theft, 1 count of burglary of a structure, burglary of conveyance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 counts of criminal mischief. Court did review the charging affidavit in these cases, did find probable cause for your arrest as to those charges. All right. I don't know why these things are different in the way he did them. All right, Mr. Morton, in your case, I'm going to set your bond in count 1, amount of $3,500, count 2, 100, count 3, 1,000, and then, sorry. And your warrant first count, burglary of conveyance, Mr. Morton, is $3,500. As to your first count of petty theft is $1,000. Count 3 and 4 and 5 are going to be $150 each. For your first count of criminal mischief, it's going to be another $1,000. Count in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and your remaining counts will be $150. Condition your bond that you have not returned to the scene of the location, have no contact with any victims or witnesses or co-defendants, with Mr. Brown standing to your left. Do you understand that? You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Mr. Brown, in count 1 of your case, which is petty theft, we're going to set your bond amount of $1,000. It's going to be $150 on your remaining counts, $3,500 on your burglary of conveyance charge, $1,000 on your first criminal mischief charge, and then $150 on your remaining criminal mischief counts. Same conditions, no return to the scene, no contact with victims or witnesses or co-defendants, which would be Mr. Morton standing to your right. You want to appoint a public defender to you also may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You want to appoint a public defender to represent you both. However, one of you is going to get a conflict attorney, the other one's going to get probably the public defender. You both have a great day. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Cyrus Brown.
Mr. Brown, you're here in case 2021 CF 8277 on charges of home invasion, robbery, and grand theft in the 3rd degree. Judge signing your warrant in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to stay your bond in count 1 amount $10,000, count 2, $2,000. Conditionally your bond that you have no contact with the victim in this case, no return to, or any other witness, no return to the scene of the location, no contact with any co-defendants. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Ms. Davis, let's get a detainer for a juvenile or a jack?
Yeah, he's on juvenile probation.
Oh, okay. Mr. Brown didn't listen, I guess, when the judges told him that they're gonna send you to big boy prison. But, all right, have a great day, sir. Boys gonna be holding people's pockets out here. They think it's a game. I think it's, all right. Good afternoon, sir. Tell me your name. Mr. Buckles, you're here in case 2021 CF 8489 AO on charge of grand theft motor vehicle. Judge signed a warrant in your case, set your bond, found probable cause, set your bond amount of $1,500. Condition of bond, no contact with victims, witnesses, or co-defendants. No return to the scene of location where this incident happened. Was this criminal history correct? He has no criminal history except you started your adult life to get arrested? I mean, usually people, get started early, but, I mean, well, how about we don't do that no more? How about we change your environment? Just don't hang out with people. It's okay not to do that, because they're not gonna be there when you in here. Where you in here by yourself, right? Where are they? That's how life is. Nobody wants to be there while you're doing the work, so don't hang around them. Have a great day. One point, the public defender represent him. He's not already appointed. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Edwin Armani Castillo Cruz.
Mr. Castillo, you're here in case 2021 CF 8593AO on charges of possession of fentanyl. I did review the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to stay your bond in that case amount of $1,000. Condition your bond that you not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You not associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users. And I'm going to make you subject to a random drug testing in that case. You're also here on an out-of-county warrant in case 2020 CF 2225 out of Seminole County for a failure to appear. Judge in that case set your bond at no bond. Your bonds remain at no bond in that case. You're also out on bond in cases 2021 CF 4285AO, as well as 2021 CF 5008AO. The court's going to revoke those bonds, finding probable cause that you commit a new law offense while you're out on release in those cases, set new bonds at $0 in those matters. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you in all your cases. If you're not already appointed, you have a great day, sir.
I get a public defender?
Yep. Ms. Christ, I want to appoint a public defender to represent her in 2021 CF 8584AO on charges of burglary of conveyance and petty theft.
Waive the appearance, Your Honor.
All right. I think this is the one. Let me check. I did review this charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for her arrest. I'm going to set her stay her bonds in amount of $3,500 on count one, $100 on count two. Additions, no return to the scene of location, no contact with any victims or witnesses in this case. She's out on bond in case 2021 CF 6042AO. We're going to revoke that bond, set a new bond at none, finding probable cause that a new law offenses while she was committed while she was out on bond. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
President Clark, sir.
Mr. Clark, you're here in case 2021 CF 84630 on charges of aggravated battery with a motor vehicle, burglary of an occupied conveyance, robbery, sudden snatching, and criminal mischief. Judge signing your warrant in this case already found probable cause for your arrest. Ms. Davis, I was trying to understand his criminal history. Was this a typo? It was March 22nd, 2022? Was he supposed to be got released in March of this year?
He's still a DOC inmate.
Is he on conditional release, parole?
No, he's still an active, current DOC inmate.
Okay, because the allegations in this are from July 16th of 2021.
Yeah, he has an escape charge, like. Yeah.
I understand now. I got you. Because that was super confusing to me, because I was wondering how Mr. Clark was here when he's supposed to be in prison. All right, Mr. Clark, going to set your bond to count one, amount of $100,000, count two, an amount of $100,000, count three, $100,000, and count four, $100,000. Condition of bond, no contact with the victims in this case, no contact with any witnesses, no return to the scene of the location. May not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jonathan Colon Muniz.
Is it Colono?
Colon Muniz.
All right. You have an extra L in your name, or this is a typo?
Just type.
All right. Mr. Cologne Muniz, you're here in case 2021 CF 8597AO on charges of possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, resist officer without violence. You're also here in case 2021 CF 7974 AO on charge of grand theft motor vehicle. They reviewed the charging affidavits. Sorry, one second. Sorry, in the grand theft case, there's a warrant for your arrest in that matter. Judges already reviewed that, found probable cause for your arrest. Set your bond amount of $1,000. Condition your bond, no contact with victims or witnesses, no return to the scene of location where the incident happened. In 2021, CF 8597AO did find probable cause after reviewing your charging affidavit. Going to set your bond account one amount of $1,000, 100 and 100 on your other two counts. Condition those bonds, no drugs, no alcohol, without a valid prescription. You may not associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users. You will be subject to random drug testing in that case. Want to appoint a public defender to represent you in both of your cases. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Right, Edwards.
Mr. Edwards, you're here in case 2021 CF 8580AO on charges of driving while license suspended as a third or subsequent offender. Did review the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to stay your bond in that case amount $2,500. Condition your bond that you not operate a motor vehicle while a valid driver's license. All right, you're out.
I believe that out on bond case is in abeyance because he's been referred to diversion.
All right, so under the statute, does abeyance count to cancellation of a bond?
I believe we've discussed this before. I think you're on bond and out on bond until even the PTD is complete.
All right.
Mr. Have you consider it as perhaps even setting a monetary bond on it?
I don't know. Can we trust Mr. Edwards not to drive? All right, Mr. Edwards, really don't seem to have an extensive criminal history, but, all right, so in 2020 CF 13831 AO, and I'm going to revoke your PTR in that case and any bond conditions. I'm going to set a bond in that case in an amount of $5,000. Condition of bond is you not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
David Jordan.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 8577 AO on charges of aggravated battery with a firearm. Did review the charging affidavit in your case. Did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in this matter amount of $25,000. Condition your bond that you have no contact with the victim in this case. Not return to the scene of the location where the incident happened. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be returned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Michael Hare.
Mr. Hare, you're here in case 2021 CF 8589 AO on charge of aggravated assault with a firearm in 2 counts. Check one thing. I did review this charging affidavit, did find probable cause for your arrest as to those charges. Going to set your bond in each case in amount of $10,000, conditioning your bond that you have no contact with the victims in this matter. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You also may not return to the scene of the location where this incident happened. Want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
David Irizarry.
Mr. Irizarry, you're here in case 2021 CF 8579 AO on charges of possession of cocaine and possession of fentanyl. Did review the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to stay your bond account 1 amount of $1,000 and stay your bond account 2 amount of $150. Condition your bond that you not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You may not associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users. You also be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. You're going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter.
Sir.
You have a great day, sir. And you also may want to think about looking at your criminal history, seeking some treatment, Mr. Irizarry. Like, and seriously considering treatment. And if you are doing landscaping, that may not be a good job for you if you're suffering, if you have problems with substance abuse. Because it tends to attract a lot of people that are in the same boat. All right, have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Antoine Jones.
Mr. Jones, you're here in case 2021 CF 1295 AO on charge of fleeing attempt to elude law enforcement and driving while license suspended. Judge signing your warrant in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest. Let's see one thing. Gonna set your bonding count 1 in amount of $2,000, count 2 $500. Condition your bond that you not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license.
Your Honor,
Hold on. I'm gonna appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. If you have a question, you want to tell me something, maybe talk to Mr. Brands first, because everything you tell me is on the record, and there's a prosecutor standing to my right that can use that against you. All right, have a great day, sir.
He does have one question for the judge, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I was incarcerated May 13th, in Alachua County, and I got booked in for 2 warrants.
Okay.
One was here. I did 68 days already. I've been incarcerated for 68 days. And I also was booked July 16th in Levy County for this charge. So I was wondering, the 68 days, do they count toward any of?
Yeah, you should get credit for whenever you were arrested on this warrant.
Okay.
Whatever time you spent in custody in another jurisdiction, you get credit for it here.
Okay.
Unless you were, not booked in for that charge.
Okay.
So if you were actually arrested and booked in for the charge, then you should be I think you under statute, you're entitled to credit.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, have a great day.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jonathan La Reinaga.
All right, sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 7975 on charges of possession of cocaine, possession of synthetic cannabis, and resisting officer without violence. I reviewed the, yeah. 1 second. I think there's a warrant. All right, judge signing a warrant in this case already found probable cause for your arrest as to these charges. Going to state your bond in count 1, amount of $1,000, count 2 and $150, and count 3, $100. Condition of your bonds that you not possess or consume any drugs, alcohol without a valid prescription. You may not associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users while you're out on bond in this case. And you'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. Want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.
Yeah.
Was raised to 150.
Yep, I just said the standard. You have 150.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
So when they say the charge,
Hold on,
does
wait a
that
sec.
mean that they sent it?
We want to talk to me about the facts of your case, or you want to talk to me, what do you want to talk to me about?
They put it on the lab? They said
Huh?
possession? I was never caught with nothing.
Those are things you can deal with at a trial. I'm just the guy that sets conditional release conditions for you.
He
You can-
finds probable cause?
Go talk to your jury.
No
The,
evidence
the judge signed the warrant.
in America?
All right, have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jonathan Luke.
Mr. Luke, you're here in case 2021 CF 6231 on charges of grand theft motor vehicle. Lead the judge signing your warrant in this case already found probable cause for your arrest. Sorry. You're here in 2021 CF 6131 on charge of grand theft motor vehicle. Lead the judge signing your warrant in this case already found probable cause for your arrest. Set your bond amount of $3,000. I see why. All right, and then you're also here in case 2021 CF 6231 on charge of grand theft motor vehicle and resisting officer without violence. Judge signed that warrant has already found probable cause for your arrest. That's going to set your bond in count 1, the same thing, $3,000. Count 2, $100. Condition of your bond, no contact with any victims, witnesses, co-defendants. May not return to the scene of the location of any of these instances. You also may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. I don't know. I mean, the speech didn't sink in from the judges in juvenile court. I don't know what you want to do, bro. You're 19 years old.
Yeah.
You know, cost the state of Florida about 40 grand a year to house you. That's the price they're gonna put on your life if you keep this up. So you may want to raise your value of life, the value you place into your own life, because the state of Florida has a price for you. All right, have a great day.
Thank you for telling me.
All right, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
William McCarthy.
Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 8598 AO on charge of battery on law enforcement officer, disorderly intox, and resisting officer without violence.
With violence?
Sorry, resisting officer with violence, I apologize. Did review the charging affidavit in your case, did find probable cause for your arrest. Set your bond in count 1, the amount of $1,000, count 2, $100. Count 3, an amount of $2,500. Condition your bonds that you not return to the scene of location where this incident happened. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be returned to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You do not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. You want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.
Sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name? Ms. Newton, you're here in case 2021 CF 8573AO on charges of aggravated battery and possession of drug paraphernalia. You're also here in case 2021 CF 8576AO on charges of possession of methamphetamine. Did review the charging affidavits, did find probable cause for your arrest.
Your Honor, would you consider the drug paraphernalia and the possession of methamphetamine subsidiary charges?
Yeah, I was gonna set bonds accordingly up.
Okay.
Just because they filed,
Thank you, Your Honor.
those charging affidavits that way, it's fine. I'm more concerned is looking at her criminal history, what bond is set on her aggravated battery. All right, ma'am, as to count one, 2021 CF 8573AL, will set your bond, count one amount of $5,000, count two, $100. Same conditions and same conditions on both cases. This case 2021 CF 8576AL, I'm going to set your bond in that case amount of $150. Condition of your bonds, be subject to pretrial release supervision. You to have no contact with the victim in this case, in pretrial in both cases. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Not to return to the scene of the location where this incident happened. You may not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You be subject to, like the pretrial, the random drug testing through pretrial release in this case. We're going to appoint the public defender to represent you in both your matters. You have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Brianna Rivera.
Ms. Rivera, you're here in case 2021 CF 10740 on charge of aggravated battery, causing great bodily harm and grand theft. The judge signing your warrant in this case has already found probable cause for your arrest. Set your bond in count one amount of $15,000, count two $1,500. Condition of the bonds that you have no contact with the victims in this case, that you not return to the scene, the location where this incident happened. You may not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And I want to appoint the public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name? Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 2534AO on charge of violation of pretrial release conditions. The judge signed your case, your warrant in this matter, set your bond at no bond. Your bond's going to remain at no bond as to this matter. We want to appoint a public defender to represent you. You have a great day, sir.
Are you reading case number 2534?
Yes.
I think this might be.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This might be Walter Taylor.
I have Stoker. Stroker. Oh. Sorry, I apologize about that. Sorry, Mr. Taylor. All right, tell me your name one more time, because I thought I couldn't hear you. You gotta come closer to the mic, because I still can't hear you.
Taylor Jr.
All right. Mr. Taylor, you're here in 2021 CF 5372 on charges of possession of cocaine. You're also here in 2021 CF 8586AO on charges of possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia. In 2021 CF 8586. Just stay your bond, count one amount of $1,000, count two $100. In 2021 CF 5472, count one is a warrant for your arrest, find probable cause. Going to state your bond in the amount of $1,000 as to count one. And I'm still going to ROR you as to the other remaining counts. Condition of your bond is not allowed to possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You may not associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users, and you'll be subject to random drug testing in this case. We want to appoint the public defender to represent you in both matters. You have a great day, sir.
Drug testing in one case or both cases?
It's, well, say it again.
Drug testing in one?
Both cases, please.
In the same conditions.
Same conditions, yes, please. in both cases? All right. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Leonardo Vega.
Mr. Vega, you're here in case 2021 CF 8578AO on charges of possession of cocaine and possession of fentanyl. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case. They find probable cause for your arrest and will release you on pretrial release in this case. Conditions of your pretrial release: no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You may not associate yourself with any known drug dealers or drug users. You be subject to random drug testing at your expense through pretrial release. I want to appoint a public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Lynn Voltaire.
Ma'am, you're here in two matters. The first one, 2021 CFs 4793AO for failure to appear. The judge in that case set your bond amount of $2,500. You're also here in case 2019 CF 2722AO for failure to appear. Judge set your bond in count one amount of $1,500 and $200 in count two. We're going to appoint a public defender if you're not already appointed. You don't have representation in these cases. You have a great day, ma'am. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
David Washington.
Mr. Washington, you're here in case 2021 CF 8588AO on charges of possession of methamphetamine and possession of drug paraphernalia. They reviewed the charging affidavit in your case. They did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to release you on pretrial release in this case. Conditions of your pretrial release: no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You may not associate yourself with known drug dealers or drug users. You also be subject to random testing through pretrial release in this case. Now, question for you. You said you make $1,100 a week?
Between me and my wife.
All right. I'm going to, you don't have any kids, dependents?
Yes, we got 3.
You have 3 dependents?
But I technically don't live with them.
Do you pay child support for these children?
No, she's not even support. I support them.
All right. Support them, what do you mean supporting them?
Well, technically not.
Like taking them to baseball games, or do you actually pay child support to, like?
Baseball games. I feed.
Okay. All right. I'm still going to I want to overrule the clerk's determination. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this matter. You have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
No, it's fine. Be qualified.
To say. I got something to say over there. Good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Jerome Brown Wilkerson, 3rd.
Mr. Wilkerson?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sir, you're here in case 2021 CF 8561AO on charge of possession of firearm by convicted felon. And they reviewed the charging affidavit in your case. They did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to set your bond in this case in the amount of $5,000. Condition of your bond is that you not possess any weapons or firearms. The weapons and firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You're out on bond in case 2021 CF 4921AO. Court finding probable cause that you commit a new law offense while you're out on release in that case. Is going to revoke that bond. We're going to set a new bond at $0 in that matter. We want to appoint the public defender to represent you in any case that you not already have representation. You have a great day, sir.
You raised the bond to 5,000.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am. Can you tell me your name?
Victoria Wood.
Ms. Wood, you're here in 2 matters. The first one, 2020 CF 814AO, is also as well as 2020 CF 13633AO. Both of these cases involve failure to appear warrants issued for your arrest. Both cases, the judge set bonds at $0. Your bonds can remain at $0 in both cases. I want to appoint a public defender to represent you if you not already have representation in those cases. You have a great day, ma'am. I'm out of cases.
We have
In there a little bit, Judge.
All right. We'll wait on the Creole interpreter. We'll be a recess until the Creole interpreter call is on the line.
Okay.